Well, good morning. Good morning to you. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. So my name is Judy Menlove, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Markham, Ontario, Canada. Okay, so I posted a thing at 10:30 or at 10 o'clock saying I was going to go live in half an hour. Then I posted another one at 10:15, said I was going to go live in 15 minutes because the 10 o'clock one I couldn't find. Now I can't find the 10:15 one either. So now I'm not even sure this is going to show up. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and hopefully somebody will pop on and at least I'll know that I'm actually going live. And I'm going to see if I can get this to show up on my iPad, which I'm kind of doubtful, but we'll see since nothing seems to be showing up today. Well, it looks like it is. Oh, now there's my 15-minute one and my half-hour one. Oh my goodness. I hate technology. I really do. So, okay. All right. Well, it doesn't look like anybody's going to pop on today. Oh, I got one person on so far. So if you're on, say hi. If you don't want to, that's fine too. You know what? It's been a busy week. I don't think there are any announcements, but really I have no clue. I did not look. So I'm trying to think if there is anything. Just a reminder, the catalog launches May 5th. And yeah, I don't know. I can't think of anything. So we're just gonna dive right in here. So today I'm gonna be playing with the Paradise Garden. There is a whole suite, but I'm only gonna be playing with the bundle, the stamp set and the dies. So I have one quick card for you today. So let's just get started. Hang on, let me turn this down. I think that's the right button there. Don't look at my mess. Turn that down and just turn the light on so I can get rid of some of the shadows, hopefully. Hopefully. No, looks like there's still, oh, there we go. No, maybe that might be too bright. Let's try it down a little bit more. Let's see if that's a little better. Yeah, my iPad's dragging way behind here, so that doesn't really matter, so we'll put it on. Okay, so this is the photopolymer stamp set, Paradise Garden. So it's flowers, it's floral, and we have a thank you, wishing you a lovely day. You make the world a better place, and you are appreciated. And we've got different size flowers and different size leaves. Excuse me. And the dies, this is a hybrid embossing folder. So what that looks like, because I've already done it, this is the die you would use and the embossing folder, okay, which is a bunch of leaves, which is actually quite pretty. And so when you put them together, they kind of, not only do they emboss, but they cut as well. So they kind of pop up, okay, like that. All right. So today I'm not using the cut one. I'm just using this as a regular embossing folder. Okay. And then the dies. Yeah, so you've got this hexagon die here that will cut out wishing you a lovely day. And then you've got this big banner that cuts out the thank you. And then this little banner that cuts out you are appreciated. And this one, I guess you could put in the big one. It might be kind of big. And it won't fit in the little one. So, and then this one will cut out the flower. This one will cut out that flower. And we've got the leaves and the little flowers. So you've got dies that will pretty much cut out everything except this little guy here. Okay, so that's that. So let's get started. All right. I've already pre-cut everything. If I knew where I put it, here it is. So it will be really fast today because, like I said, I've already kind of pre-cut everything. So we're going to start with a piece of thick basic white, which is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Okay, and we're just going to fold that over. on the score line. And then we're just gonna take our bone folder and give it a nice crease. Okay. And then I have, yeah, so I'm using a new in color today. This is the Hydrangea Hue. Okay. So it's actually quite pretty. It's not quite purple and it's not quite blue. It's a bluey purple. It's actually very, very nice. So this is one of the in colors that's available as of May 5th. Okay. And I paired it up with white and Secrecy. Okay. I tried to find something that would go with this. I didn't want to do black, but I thought the Secrecy went pretty good. So I went with the Secrecy. Anyways, okay, so we have a bunch of layers. So our first layer is Secrecy, and it is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So I'm just gonna put them here. Okay, so 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then our next layer is Hydrangea Hue, and it is 4 by 5 1/4. Let's put that one there, and we'll just glue them as we go along. Okay. And you can use glue or adhesive, whatever you'd like to use. Let's move that out of the way. And of course I use my silicone mat because I love the mat. It helps hold my cardstock in place. I find it slides on the glass mat. Glass mat has many uses, but gluing cards together, I just find without the mat, it just slides and I can't get it positioned the way I want. So, okay. And then our next layer is going to be a layer of just basic white. And this is 3 3/4 by 5. So the first two pieces were 1/8 of an inch smaller. This one's going to be 1/4 of an inch smaller. Okay, so that's 3 3/4 by 5. And we'll just glue this one on. A bunch of layers. Sometimes a bunch of layers is quite nice. And we'll glue that one on. That looks pretty good. All right. And then we have another piece of Secrecy. This one is 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. So we're back to the 1/8 of an inch. Okay. So only that one is 1/4 of an inch. Everything else is cut in 1/8 of an inch. All right. Add that one on there. Like that. Okay. And then our last layer is the one that I embossed in those leaves. Okay. And it measures 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. And we'll just glue that on as well. Okay. And I don't think there's a right and wrong way to glue this on. The leaves kind of go every which way, so I don't think you can actually put it on upside down. Okay, so that is our base type of thing. Okay, so I'm going to do some stamping now. Oh, actually, I might as well glue this onto the base here. Okay, so we'll take all this and now we'll glue it on to our thick basic white. I actually could have glued this on first and done it that way, but that one looks to be a little crooked that I cut, but that's okay. There we go. All right. Okay. All right, what are we doing next? Okay, we're going to take our, what do we have? I have this flower here. So I'm going to ink that up. in the Hydrangea Hue. Okay, so this is, in case you haven't seen it, because I know pretty much every demonstrator has done this. These are the new ink pads. So these are magnetic. Okay, so they just come apart like that. Very easy to open. So those of you who had issues opening our old ink pads, very easy to open. Okay, there's labels on the back. All right, so I put one on the bottom one here. And when you open that up, I put one on the bottom one here. And then I just took a piece and stuck it there so that I don't have to look. I know this lid goes with this one, okay? Because if you've got them all over the place, you know, it's a little harder to see. But you also have the label there. Okay? All right. So, because this is the first time I've used these ink pads, and instead of it being a foam ink pad, these new ones are felt ink pads, which means also that when you get, you know what, it might be too early for this, but when you get into, I don't think these are only going to be available in the new in colors, okay? Which, if you want to know, I will show you here. Again, in case you've, oh yeah, and these all stack together too. All right, so there's advantages to the being metallic, or yeah. Anyways, so we have a crisp cantaloupe, which is this, okay, just very, very pretty. It also has quite a hint of orange in it. Very nice. Barely Blush, this is very pale, but very pretty. Peaceful Pine, this is absolutely lovely. I think this is going to be a big hit at Christmas. And the Golden Glow is also very nice, okay? But my personal opinion is the Hydrangea Hue and the Peaceful Pine are going to be the two most popular ones. Okay, so because this is my first time using this, I have found that it's a little too juicy for my liking. And because it's not a felt pad, or it's not a foam pad, I'm not really sure how to get rid of all the bubbles. So I just keep inking it up, and I'm doing the best I can to get rid of the bubbles, but I don't really know how to get rid of them. If it was the foam, then I would just take my spoon, and I tried that, but I think you can probably see that it's all bubbly. Anyway, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, so fingers crossed. And if it's still a little bubbly, I can live with that. I just don't want too bubbly. See, that's just too bubbly. So I just kind of keep moving this around. Yeah, still really bubbly, but I figure if I do 3, I might get one that I really like. Actually, this one looks like it's going to be okay. Maybe they're supposed to be bubbly. I don't know. I did Google it all before I went live, but I couldn't find anything on these ink pads, so I'll have to look into that to find out what you do when they're too juicy. Or maybe they're supposed to be like this. I don't know. I have no idea. I need to find out. So I will look into that. Okay. So which one do we like the best? I think I'm going to go with this one. Okay, so I need the die. And I'm just going to cut this out. Actually, you know what? Oh, I will show you this too. So I already stamped this previously and cut it out. Now, can you see the difference in the color? So this stamps darker, and as it dries, it goes lighter. I think their boho blue was like that. It was darker, and then as it dried, it went lighter. See, it's quite a bit of difference in the color. Okay, so that's not the color you're gonna get. This is gonna be the color you get. Okay, so we're just gonna use this, and I don't have to go over and die cut it. All right. Okay, so we're gonna adhere that there, but not yet. I've also got some leaves that I'm going to ink up in Granny Apple Green. So I need another piece of paper. Da, da, da. Put that to one side. Here's the leaves. So I'll ink that up. Give that a nice press. All right, that looks pretty good. Okay, now I've already cut one of these. So that's already done, and I'll just cut this one with the die. So just bear with me. So we're just going to line this up as best we can. It's not always perfect. That looks pretty good. All right, I got some Post-it note tape here. That's kind of on its last legs. It's been used quite a bit. All right, I'll just cut this. I'll be right back. So just hang in there a second or two. Okay. All right, let's pop this out. Save my little Post-it notes for another time. All right, looks pretty good. Okay. So I just kind of want to put that there. I'm going to pop these up. But I'm thinking, I think I'm actually going to just arrange this and then pop the leaves up. Or I might, I don't really know what I want to do here. So let's think about it for a minute. All right, I think I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here. Just a little bit of glue here. Maybe, come on glue, there we go. And okay, we're just going to pop that up like that, I think. Okay. All right, and then, because then it's easier just for me to put the dimensionals on. Okay, you know, I'm okay with that, so I'm just going to put the dimensionals on now, and then we'll just add that other leaf on. Dimensionals, okay. Put one there to hold that in place. And we're just going to put a few on. And you know, I think I'm gonna get the minis because these are kind of small. Okay, not doing very well with this today. Let's try this thing, see if that will work better. All right, one there. And we'll put one there to hold that in place. Yeah, well, I think that's enough. All right, so let's pull the backings off. I know I'm really winging this today. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna kind of, yeah, that looks good like that. Actually, I think I wanna, okay, that's good. And then this piece, you know what you don't like, you just snip off. You don't have to worry about it. Want this to kind of be up here more. So Yes, that's why I sometimes, okay. All right, I think we got this now. There we go. All right, so we just need a couple of mini dimensionals to put on those leaves. I'll just put one there. And put one down here. Let's take the backs off. And the backs off. There we go. And no, I think you know what, I'm going to put one there too. See, you just kind of decide as you go what you're going to do. Right there. I'll pull the back off. There we go. All right. Okay, so last but not least, I'm good. My sentiment, I tried all these sentiments, and where are my sentiments? Okay, I didn't really want any of these, so I never have enough birthdays, so I wanted to do birthday. So I'm using this happy birthday from the Lovely Arrangements stamp set. So this happy birthday here. Okay. So we're just going to ink that up in the Hydrangea Hue. And that looks pretty good. Okay. And then I'm going to take the little banner die here and die cut this out. And my little post-it notes again, that you can keep reusing them. Reuse, reuse. Be right back. Hold on. Okay. Okay, I'll pull these off. There we go. And then we're just going to pop that up there. And again, I'm just going to use the mini dimensionals. And I think I'll just use 4. There we go. And we'll peel the backs off. Oh. And we'll just position that like that. See if he's straight. Does he look straight? Yeah, not bad. Okay. Okay, and for the final touch here, we have some 26, 28 in color butterflies. So these are the new in colors, and they're all little butterflies. So I thought I would maybe try that. So we'll put a little butterfly there. And you know what? I think these butterflies are too small. Let me see. Let me see, let me see. Oh, that's not bad. Okay, and we have to do things in odd numbers, so we'll just put another one over here. Actually, the butterflies are quite cute. All right, so there's the card. Oh, I forgot the insert. Hold on, hold on. Okay. So the insert, I'm using this flower, which is this one here. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp him on the inside. Yeah, we'll see how bubbly he is. not bad. Okay. Wipe that off before I get it somewhere. We'll glue this on the inside of the card, just to give it a little something. I know I don't normally do this, but today I did. All right. So that's the inside and that's the outside. So that's the one with the butterflies. This is the one I made earlier. And this has got, these ones just got the in color dots, 26, 28 in color dots. So the dots show up a little bit more, but the butterflies are kind of cute. So whichever. Okay. All right, so let me just put that there. And that's all I have for you guys today. So thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule and joining me today. Yeah, if you're watching the replay, please say hello and let me know where you're from. And it's always nice to know that I'm not talking to myself type of thing. So, all right, I will see you back here next week at 10:30, hopefully. And you guys have a wonderful week. Okay, bye-bye now.